All right, you are not going to believe this one. We've got a massive diplomatic firestorm on our hands, and it's between two of the world's oldest allies. And I mean, we're not just talking about some minor disagreement here. This is a full-on international clash. We're talking France versus the USA. Okay, buckle up. Let's get right into it. But real quick before we do, you know the drill. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming. Okay, so here's where it all kicks off. The French government is so completely outraged that they have officially summoned the U.S. ambassador. Now, in the fancy world of diplomacy, summoning an ambassador is the equivalent of your boss yelling, "Get in my office now." It is a huge deal. So, you gotta be asking yourself, right? What in the world could an ambassador write in a public letter that would cause this kind of diplomatic explosion? What did he say that lit the fuse on this whole thing? Okay, here it is. This is the line that set everything off. In an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. ambassador to France, Charles Kushner, and yes, that's Jared Kushner's father, straight up accused French President Emmanuel Macron's public statements of, get this, directly endangering Jewish life in France. And Kushner did not pull any punches. His whole argument boiled down to this one very direct, very powerful equation. Anti-Zionism equals anti-Semitism. Plain and simple. Now, that is a major claim, and for a lot of people, a super controversial one, because it basically says that criticizing the state of Israel is the same as religious hatred. So, how do you think France reacted to that? Yeah, mon Dieu doesn't even begin to cover it. They fired back, and they fired back hard. Yeah, there was no gentle diplomatic language here. France's foreign ministry came out with a statement that basically said they strongly deny everything Kushner said, calling his allegations totally unacceptable. No sugarcoating it at all. So let's break this down. It's a total point-counterpoint. On one side, you've got Kushner saying, hey, your president is making things dangerous. And on the other side, you've got France saying, whoa, hold on, yes, we have a problem with anti-Semitic acts, and we find them intolerable, but our authorities are fully mobilized to fight it. Two completely different realities. And oh, it gets so much worse. France wasn't just going to leave it at a strongly worded denial. No. They decided to raise the stakes a lot by accusing Ambassador Kushner of violating international law. So what law are they talking about? It's called the 1961 Vienna Convention. Think of it as the official rule book for diplomats. And rule number 1, like the biggest, most important rule, is don't meddle in the business of the country you're in. And France is basically saying Kushner just ripped that page right out of the book. Okay, so this whole SmackDown isn't happening in a vacuum, right? There's a much bigger picture here. To really get why this one letter caused such a massive explosion, we have to zoom out and look at what's going on. And boom, here it is. This is almost certainly the trigger. President Macron just announced that this September, France is going to officially recognize a Palestinian state. You guys, this is a huge deal. It would make France the first G7 nation to ever do so. You can bet this is what Kushner's op-ed was really all about. And of course, all of this is playing out against the absolutely devastating backdrop of the war in Gaza. Health officials there have reported that since October 2023, more than 62,000 people have been killed. And to add some really critical context to that number, The Guardian, reporting on Israeli military data, has stated that over 80% of those killed have been civilians. This scale of this crisis, it's just sending these massive political shockwaves all across the globe. And that includes right back here in the United States, where it's actually causing deep, deep fractures. Some are even calling it a MAGA civil war. And you can see just how real that divide is. I mean, you've got someone like Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene publicly slamming another Republican, Representative Randy Fine, for his comments suggesting Gaza can starve away. It just shows you how intense this internal conflict has become. Okay, so let's recap. You've got one of your oldest allies, France, absolutely furious. They're accusing your ambassador of breaking international law, and they've dragged him in for a scolding. You'd think that ambassador would be in some seriously hot water, right? So, what did Washington have to say about all this? Well, this might surprise you. The U.S. State Department gave a statement to The Hill, and they didn't apologize. They didn't back down one bit. Instead, they said, quote, Ambassador Kushner is doing a great job advancing our national interests. I mean, that's a full-on, we've got his back defense. And just like that, you've got a full-blown standoff.
France is livid, and the United States is digging in its heels and standing by its man. Yeah, this thing is far from over.
And it all leaves you with this really interesting question, doesn't it? When an ambassador speaks out this forcefully, this publicly, who are they really speaking for? Is it their own personal opinion? Are they speaking for the current administration? Or are they supposed to be speaking for the entire country? So I want to know what you think. Who is Kushner really speaking for here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to read them. And hey, if you like this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching.